Hey, what's up, YouTube? We're gonna react to some music today. This is my son Marcus. He's a little bit in tune with the current rap game than I am. I'm a little bit more golden age of rap kind of guy. So it's a little bit different perspective for us. So we're going over this Kendrick Lamar whole beef. I'll have a link to this video in the description. I remember the whole Pusha T Drake beef, and Pusha T wiped him. So, what's your opinion on what's going on, and what do you think?
It's like, it's like kung fu. I mean,
Kung fu.
yeah, like there's different ways to fight, and
Yeah.
Obviously, there's dirtier ways than others, and I think that's the direction we're heading. Naturally though, because it happened with every beef, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
20 years later, we're all saying sorry and shit, and like kumbaya, whatever.
Yeah, even like Jay-Z and Nas for all the things that they said.
Shit like that. So, but these are very two different backgrounds on paper, and a lot of this shit is documented. So, I mean, there's no real reason to fucking speculate too far, no matter what these people say. I mean, I'm not taking away from either one's trauma or experience through their lifetime that would motivate them to make the music that they do, because they both make incredible music, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true.
But as far as hip-hop and lyricism, that's the golden standard though, isn't it? Like,
we might be a little biased. We're a little West Coast kind of.
Yeah.
We grew up on the West Side, so. But that's neither here nor there. We're huge fans of hip hop throughout. So
period.
Yeah,
but
period.
West Coast people, as far as dissing, you gotta give it up.
Well, I mean, just the whole street style. I mean, even on the East Coast, like,
it's different.
You could tell, when people are brought up in battle rap, and when it's just like, you're just extremely good at writing,
right?
That kind of stuff. So
you're a good lyricist,
right? So this should cover the whole mess. That's what it says. Drake, Kendrick Lamar mess. The feud explained. It's only 10 minutes long, so we're gonna look at this, and we're gonna successfully look at the music that corresponds with this and react to it. And I've heard a little bit of it. He might have heard a little bit more of it. So we're just gonna go from here.
Kendrick Lamar and Drake have been going after each other very intensely in the last couple of hours, weeks, and honestly, years. Everything seems to have boiled down to this moment as they are completely airing each other out and coming for each other's necks in these songs. The two were once on good terms with each other and have even collaborated in the past, but those days are long gone and the two now seem like enemies. More recently, the feud got going after Drake and J. Cole released their collaboration First Person Shooter, in which J. Cole raps that himself, Drake, and Kendrick are the big three of rap. In March of this year, Kendrick seemed to respond to this in his verse on Metro Boomin and Future's song Like That, rejecting their idea of the big three, instead rapping It's Just Big Me. Last month, J. Cole responded to Kendrick in a song Coming For Him, but ended up later telling fans while on stage at a show 2 days later that the whole thing didn't sit right with his...
What?
Poop.
What are you saying?
He said, I'm fucking sorry. It's poop. That's not hip-hop. I feel you. I understand. I mean, I guess as far as you did what you were supposed to do, as far as a quick response, but this is a sparring match, man. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. Like, but where this is heading, I kind of understand now.
Okay.
So I feel that.
Okay.
He made a wise decision, I guess.
Right.
His spirit, and he seemingly backed down from the feud. Drake ended up responding to Kendrick soon after in a song titled Push-Ups, and the lyrics called out Kendrick's height and his collaborations with artists like Taylor Swift and Maroon 5. It seemed like he was also dissing other artists including Rick Ross and The Weeknd. Rick Ross then came at Drake in a diss track alleging that Drake had several cosmetic procedures from a nose job to surgery. Drake then released another diss track titled Tailor Made Freestyle, using AI-generated voices of Snoop Dogg and Tupac, sending Kendrick a message that they were waiting for him to respond. Drake ended up taking the song down after Tupac's estate threatened legal action for the AI-generated use of...
I didn't hear anything about that. What is that?
The nerve of this motherfucker.
Right. So what did he do exactly?
Okay, so it took...
He had an AI response to like, why are you waiting?
Yeah.
Like,
so,
why is it taking you so long?
Yeah.
To respond?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So everybody was anticipating and like, where's K-Dot? obviously bothering him with it. So he just came with a response that nobody was really expecting, because, it immediately divided hip hop. I'll just say.
Okay.
Of his voice. Fans have been waiting for Kendrick to respond, and he ended up dropping Euphoria, which was a 6-minute long diss track in response to Drake, coming for him in multiple ways, but especially coming for him as a father.
Right.
He also lists things in the song that he just hates about Drake. The song title seems to also be a result of Drake being a executive producer on the show Euphoria. And I mean, now when you Google Drake Euphoria, this song is going to come up in the search engine, and fans think that Kendrick was being very strategic in naming it that for this reason. The next day, Drake seemed to respond to Kendrick by posting scene from the movie 10 Things I Hate About You on Instagram. And the scene that he posted is when Kat is listing all of the reasons why she hates Patrick, which seemed to connect to Kendrick's diss track where he was listing all the things that he hates about him. Kendrick then responded to Drake in another diss track shared on May 3rd called 616 in LA. Fans speculated on the art and title of the track Kendrick had shared, as when he released it, he posted this photo to Instagram alongside it. Mentions were made about if this was an O.J. Simpson reference or a Michael Jackson reference to the glove, but people did note that the logo on the glove bears the logo of Rick Ross's Maybach Music Group. And in regards to the title of the song being 616 in LA, people were making connections to this being the date of Canadian Father's Day, the day Euphoria was released, Tupac's birthday, and noted that Drake has also used times in track titles before. So there was just a lot of connections that people were feeling like Kendrick was making with this particular title. In the song, fans believe Kendrick was saying to Drake that his team is not loyal to him, among other things. The song was also co-produced and co-written by Jack Antonoff, who is very much known for collaborations with Taylor Swift. He's also in a band, he works with other artists, but a lot of people do know him for working with Taylor, and people feel like Kendrick was purposely getting the song produced by Jack Antonoff because Drake has brought up Taylor Swift in disses to Kendrick. He previously had said in his track Push-Ups, Maroon 5 need a verse, you better make it witty, then we need a verse for the Swifties. And in Taylor Made Freestyle, he seemed to say that since Taylor Swift was going to be releasing her new album, they would all have to wait for a response from Kendrick because he wouldn't want to compete with her on the charts. He said, but now we gotta wait a week because Taylor Swift is your new top, and if you bout to drop, she gotta approve. This girl really bout to make you act like you not in a feud. She Taylor made your schedule with Ant, you out of the loop. Later, he shouted out Taylor's success though, saying, yeah, shout out to Taylor Swift, biggest gangster in the music game right now. You know I moved my album when she dropped, I said that already. You know she about to run through a milli rock on your head. So after Kendrick released 616 in LA, Drake responded this same day with a diss track titled Family Matters. In the diss track, he brings up how Kendrick has been talking about him as a father, bringing his son into this whole situation. He accuses Kendrick of getting Tupac's estate to send him a cease and desist to get his song taken down, and later accuses Kendrick of having hurt his own fiance. Kendrick and his fiance are high school sweethearts and share 2 children together, and for the most part are very private people.
Right.
And in his diss track, Drake seemed to be calling out that their relationship was not this fairy tale. He says, they hired a crisis management team to clean up the fact that you beat on your queen. The picture you painted, it ain't what it seems. And also, your baby mama captions always screaming, save me. He later seemingly calls out that Kendrick may be unfaithful, as Drake says, why did you move to New York? Is it because you living the bachelor life, proposed in 2015 but don't want to make her your actual wife? I'm guessing this wedding ain't happening, right? Because we know the girls that you actually like. Almost immediately, Kendrick dropped his response to Drake. He already seemingly had a response ready to go in a song titled Meet the Grams. In it, Kendrick calls out Drake for being a bad father and accuses him of hiding another child.
Okay, so he's accusing him of all kinds of shit that's all new information now. Is he just throwing it out there just to be, or is there like other people saying that he's this way?
There's responses to specific things he said that just kind of.
So is like Kendrick like known to be like running the streets like with other chicks, or is he what he seems?
Yeah, he like he's a he's a playboy. You feel me? Like
okay. But I mean, does the baby mama know that though?
Yes. Like
okay, so it's not like
I think Adonis
he's cheating or anything.
No. Adonis's mom used to be an adult film star.
Oh yeah, I know. I heard about
That's
all that.
Yeah.
That's on Drake's side. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about Kendrick.
Kendrick.
Yeah, no, I haven't heard shit about his family.
Okay, so you thought I was talking about Drake.
Yeah,
No, I was talking about Kendrick, man.
Yeah, I lost it for a minute.
Yeah, it's okay.
No.
So yeah, is he known to be that way? No, I mean, I've never heard of that.
Nah, well, this is all allegation, you know, like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is he just throwing it out there just to say like, hey,
just to stir the fucking pot?
Gotcha,
you know what I mean? Like, because like I said, there's been people that from the camp that they've responded on Twitter or whatever the fuck, and they've said like, this motherfucker's talking out his ass. You don't know what the fuck he's talking about. You know what I mean?
Child.
Okay.
Because at one point, Drake was hiding the fact that he had a son. He was exposed back in 2018 for having a son and the fact that he was hiding his son. And it sounded like Kendrick was making it seem as though Drake was doing this again with another child, a daughter. He says in the song, "Don't have a kid to hide again." Later, it sounds like he was claiming that he had the secret daughter as he was singing directly to this child saying, "Dear baby girl, I'm sorry that your father's not active inside your world. He don't commit to much but his music. Yeah, that's for sure. He's a narcissist, misogynist, living inside his songs. Try destroy families rather than taking care of his own." He also says, "Should be teaching you times tables or watching Frozen with you, or at your 11th birthday, singing poems with you." Drake ended up responding to this claim in particular, posting on his Instagram story saying, "Nah, hold on. Can someone find my hidden daughter, please, and send her to me? These guys are in shambles." There's been a lot of conversations of whether or not someone from Drake's team fed this information to Kendrick and it wasn't true, and they're trying to make Kendrick look bad by having this false information. Because if he gets this piece of information wrong, that is a very big piece of information, a big statement that he is trying to make.
But then again,
here,
like, didn't Drake just do that same thing? Like, are you throwing allegations out there that are really true or not?
So people are wondering if that was a strategy from Drake or if this is actually real information. Tons of people want answers for what the heck is going on here, but in terms of having a daughter, Drake is denying this information.
Man, I don't know.
There was also a lot of other allegations that were made
in
in this song that Kendrick posted, and people were noting that it was interesting that Drake was only seemingly shutting this one down, and the claims weren't anything like. We're talking about crimes, we're talking about how people are treating women, people around him, things he's allowing. Like, it is a lot that is being said here, and it's not good. It is not good at all. But later in the song, Kendrick also calls out Drake for having done things like Ozempic and getting work done, which we've heard before. But he says, even if you don't benefit your goals, do some push-ups, get some discipline, don't cut them corners like your daddy did, F what Ozempic did, don't pay to play with them Brazilians, get a gym membership. He ends up saying that he's done with the back and forth between him and Drake and will be addressing Drake's family directly, rapping to Drake's parents, telling them that they raised a terrible person and he doesn't think that he should be alive, which was a crazy statement. He says things like him and Weinstein should get up in a cell for the rest of their life. He also says grew facial hair because he understands being a beard just fit him better. Later, he says, "I've been in this industry 12 years. I'm gonna tell y'all one little secret. It's some weird going on, and some of these artists be here to police it." And also, to any women that be playing his music, know that you're playing your sister, or better, you're selling your niece to the weirdos, not the good ones. He also totally came for Drake's dad, addressing him by name.
Dude, he's like P. Diddy in his ass, right? Like, this guy's a total weirdo. You shouldn't even be playing his music.
You shouldn't even play his music because he's a pedophile. Crazy.
That's crushing.
It's just like real life versus stardom, you know? Because stardom comes with a lot of disheartening disloyalty and fucking backstabbing ass antics. You know, Hollywood is just, I mean, the more and more we see these child actors and shit come out about all this weird shit, dude, it's just like, damn, and we were watching this the whole time, like, what, just blind, deaf, dumb to it, or what? Like,
it seems to me like people that haven't really gone through anything real have the most trouble navigating moral dilemmas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if you were born in something, or you were taught by somebody that was born in something and they were really serious about teaching you how to navigate the world, you're gonna have a lot of trouble if you're born with a silver spoon in your mouth and no supervision. Your moral compass and your backbone, honestly, are going to be in question, in my opinion.
Right. I mean, understanding that trauma is trauma is trauma. I'm not taking away from none of their pain, but I just feel like severity, it just goes to say that they're just two different animals.
Well, yeah.
Period. You know what I mean?
And then, being real and it being real trauma and it being fake trauma, because there's a lot of people that got fake trauma too.
Right.
He also addressed Drake's mom by name, but in terms of Drake's dad, he was coming for him, just ripping his character to shreds. Oh my gosh. I mean, he was coming for him. Following Drake's response, shutting down the accusations that he has a hidden daughter, he then shared his diss track from earlier to his story once again. This whole feud is just absolutely insane, you guys, and fans online have been reacting to everything that has been put out. There's just a lot of claims going around, and a lot of people are asking to see some receipts from some of the statements that are being said in
both
these
sides,
tracks.
really,
The
right?
only
That's what
one
I'm
real
questioning,
receipt that
both
we've
sides right
gotten
now.
is when Kendrick uploaded Meet the Grams. This image went along with the video, and it included prescriptions to things like Ozempic with Drake's name on them. People are just like, how was he getting this? Like, what is this? The whole
Whoa,
thing is
that real,
crazy.
or did they
It is a
Photoshop
lot,
that?
but I guess we'll just have to see what happens next, as this seems to be the very middle of it and not anywhere near the end of this drama. But let me know what you guys think about it. If you guys have been following along, what has been going on, tell me all your thoughts. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Okay, so I'll have, like I said, I'll have a link to this video in the description below, and I don't know, we're gonna do some follow-up videos, like reviewing some of the music that came out of this. Like, what do you think?
It's gonna be a good fight.
Well, I just you know, I feel like it seemed like some of the music there, or whatever they're saying, like they're just throwing out accusations without any receipts at this point.
Well, I mean, there's a lot to speculate about, especially because their lives are a little. They're big enough to privatize their lives a little bit more. So, I mean,
Right,
but there's
right.
no way for us to know for real. You know what I'm saying? That,
Right.
With that being said, that's all. Ugh.
Right.
But I mean, regardless, unless they say so, and the only say so I've heard of either is just the fact that people in their camp are just saying, "Nah, this is bullshit." You know what I mean?
Right.
Or them saying it themselves. Nah, you motherfuckers are tripping. So.
I wonder the significance of that 616 is, or whatever. Like, is it just like, it's 616, dog, I'm gonna just go ahead and dish your ass real quick and then get on with my day? Yeah, 616 in LA, yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and do this shit real quick and then go ahead and have dinner.
Drake always makes like a prophetic ass one verse song and shit to us, like when it's a song title like that. So it's like, I don't know if he's going in there freestyling or if he got a free verse and whatever, but it's all fucking, it's like his most hip hop shit sometimes, I guess, you know?
Okay.
So
okay.
he's just, I think he was just challenging his, like his model, you know? Like his entertainment model.
Okay.
You know?
Alright, well, thanks for tuning in, YouTube. Have a wonderful day, and tune back in. We're gonna do some more things together, and see you later.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah. Thank you. I always forget to say that.